July 16th, 1969, Kennedy Space Center, Florida, USA at 1:32 Universal Coordinated Time. The Saturn V rocket launched 3 astronauts into space in their attempt to reach the moon. There are many conspiracy theories surrounding the moon landing that followed. Was it fate? Why did we go? What did we find? Why haven't we been back? I believe that I found the answer to all this, and more. I've discovered tapes from the original footage of the moon landing beamed directly to every television screen in the world. But forgotten. 10 years later, at a holiday park in Devon, a suspicious death was heavily covered up by an organization known as UNIT. But one picture surfaced. The face of the man from the missing moon tapes. As my research continued, I found that he appeared again, this time in my home city in a terrorist attack at the museum. In 2014, another murder came to my attention at Wookey Hole Showcase. Same scenario, same unit, same man. This time, I had a name. I found a blog written by a Rosie Williams about the events. The same Rosie Williams mentioned by the man in the missing tapes. The Doctor. And she was here. At my university, just as I studied here, and I never even knew. Well, I've uncovered a conspiracy in the heart of the government going back to the 1960s. And only the Doctor and Rosie Williams can help. I am Chris Stevens, and this is my story.
It's good to be home.
Seems like you've acquired quite a bit of post in your absence, Rosie.
It's probably all Bill's. How long have I been away anyway?
Well, I've tried calculating how long you've been aboard the TARDIS in conjunction with the amount of time passed.
How long?
About 18 months.
Oh, go feed Smudge for me, Doctor, while I sort this mess out.
Alright. Hello, Smudge. I'm the Doctor. Where's your food kept, eh? Ah! I've always hated tin cans. Shh! Don't tell Rosie I did this. I am the cat who walks by himself. True. Yeah, Rosie, yeah. I do take care of her.
Look, invitation to the school reunion near Withbury. What did you say the date was?
I didn't, but it's 2nd of May 2020.
So it all happened yesterday?
Well, technically, but not for us though.
A polling card? Oh yeah, must be an election any day soon. And
What is it?
a handwritten letter.
Who's it from?
I don't know.
Well, is there a return address?
No?
Open it then. Let's see who it's from.
You don't think it's from Lee, do you? After we left Withbury, I mean.
Only one way to find out.
To Miss Williams.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I know everything you've been doing. That I'm not a stalker or anything. I've been researching some things, and they've thrown up your name and a man named the Doctor. I can't say it all in a letter because, as we all know, they read your post. All I can say is, I can be trusted, and I know the truth. Meet me in the library at our old university. I hope to find you in the aisle where you found the book about our mutual friend, the Doctor. Chris Stevens.
Oh, great. A conspiracy nut.
Have you been making secret friends at my uni?
Rosie, I don't even know the man. But he seems to think he knows more than he does. Reading your post, indeed.
But he knows about the book I found.
Book? What book?
Oh, a book I found a few years ago with you and Lenin in a photo. It's how I found out that you were in 1917.
I see. Well then. Let's go and see the elusive Chris Stevens. Right place? Right aisle?
Yep, here's the book. Page 103. Hey, what's this?
Not a bad photograph. You should see what happened after. I got down a whole pint of...
Doctor, look, he's left us a note.
This is all getting a little bit too mysterious for my liking.
Oh, shut up. Chris is to meet him at his flat. He's got accommodation on site.
Oh, very droll.
Shh! Just act normal for once, right?
Rosie Williams?
Chris?
And I'm... Dr. Foster from Gloucester.
But you are the doctor, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Come inside, quick, before anyone else sees. I know I needed some experts, but I didn't expect Mulder and Scully to show up.
Good one.
I'll go make some tea.
No, allow me. I'm sure you and Rosie have a lot to talk about. It was her you wanted to speak to, after all.
Alright, I'll have the Yoda mug.
Mm-hmm.
So what's all this about, Chris?
Like I said in the letter, it's a little delicate. I couldn't just send you everything I found.
What have you found?
The truth. I found out that there are powers in our government that nobody's ever even known were there. I've joined the dots together, you see. Someone's taken control and nobody knows. And then there's you two.
What about us?
I know about the moon landing, Rosie. I know about the cover-up at Heartland Holiday Park and the supposed terrorist attack on Bristol Museum and the murder at Wookiee Hole.
You think we're behind these?
No. I know you tried to stop them. I found your blog, brilliant by the way, and I found the hidden documents from the unit archives about the extraterrestrial cases over the last 60 years.
How did you get into UNIT?
I was a computing student, Rosie. And now I'm part of the IT department. There's not a whole lot to do all day except build programs and play games and, well, I'm all out of games.
Here we are. Yoda mug for Chris, Simpsons mug for Rosie, and a bone china cup for me.
Where did you get that?
I always carry one. So, what are we nattering about?
You're an alien, aren't you?
Bit forward.
What makes you say that, Christopher Stevens?
UNIT have a lot of files related to you, Doctor. And a number of different faces are linked to those files, but only one name. The Doctor.
It could be a code name. We might just be Team Doctor.
Outlandish clothes, strange mannerisms, young female companion by his side. You are the Doctor. UNIT scientific advisor. And you, Rosie. There's a lot more about you in the files. Born Rosanna Irene Tracy Williams, 27th of July, 1994. Born to Gregory and Mary Williams at the Great Western Hospital in Swindon.
Yeah, alright.
Rosanna?
Oh, shut up. You were saying about the conspiracy?
No, don't judge it until I've explained it to you, Doctor.
You have 15 minutes and then we're gone.
Okay. It's best if I just show you. This man is Roger Montgomery. He's a candidate for the American presidential election in October. The Montgomery Corporation owns swaths of American land, oil, industry, anything he could get his hands on. 3 years ago, that's all he was.
Yeah, I remember him. We all laughed when he said he'd be president.
Well, he's been building support, and the Montgomery wagon isn't slowing down. He's gained support and notoriety for his condemnation of aliens.
Like foreigners.
No, aliens.
We must make America united once again like our founding fathers wanted. We cannot become like Europe as a breeding ground for these interlopers. There are parts of London that are no-go areas for humans. Now, I've had sources tell me that they have hidden streets for non-humans to live in. People fear for their lives to go near these streets. These aliens cannot integrate with our species. They cannot breed with our species. They cannot live with our species. And my
Switch it off.
constituents.
So people are taking him seriously.
Not at first, but then the attacks came. Have you seen the film Independence Day?
Yeah, sure.
Well, remember the scene with the alien spaceship and the White House? Well, that happened.
What?
An unidentified alien spacecraft entered the US airspace and destroyed a wing of the White House.
When was this?
2 years ago?
Have you got a photo of the spacecraft? Any images or photographs taken?
It's not a brilliant photo. I was a bit rushed when I took it.
When you took it, why were you in Washington?
No, I took it as it was flying over the Bristol Channel.
Did it destroy anything in Britain?
What if it wasn't heading to another target, Rosie, but was returning home?
Returning home? Where?
Back to its masters. Are there any military bases around here, Chris?
There's the Salisbury Plains. There's a big army base down there.
Box!
What box?
No, the village of Box. We had to pass through it to get to Bristol back when we used to live in Withbury.
Oh yeah, MOD Corsham. There's a huge military presence around the old Box railway tunnel. There's a load of conspiracy theories around it too.
Why is it important, Doctor?
Because if I'm right, and I'm not usually wrong, that spacecraft is a Jathar Sunglider. The only one I knew of on Earth was shot down in 1997 and reverse engineered by some very clever and very stupid people. If someone's got that ship working, who knows what sort of chaos they can unleash with it.
What do we need to do?
Yeah, what's our plan?
I need to get inside the Ministry of Defence.
This whole area is full of mysteries about what the government are going on here. Box Tunnel, MOD Corsham, RAF Rudlow Manor, Corsham Computer Centre.
Chris,
Yeah?
shut up.
If this map is correct, the MOD site isn't far through these woods.
Just wait till the project moguls on the forum hear about this. This'll explode online like the Rendlesham incident.
Say again?
The Rendlesham incident? You know, Britain's Roswell? Bloody hell, they covered it up really well. Back in 1980, there were sightings of UFOs in Rendlesham Forest, Suffolk, by none other than a couple of US Air Force guards out on patrol from an RAF base just like this one. I've heard the whole tape recorded by an investigation squad into what happened at Rendlesham, but that got nothing on this.
This is Ministry of Defence property. What are you doing here?
Ah, it's the base's security! Or should I say, insecurity? Says a lot about a man if he needs security emblazoned across his chest like that.
And a large gun.
Hello, Lieutenant James Morgan. I'm the Doctor, and this is Rosie Williams and Christopher Stevens.
Doctor?
It's alright, Chris. We've just to explain why we're here and what we plan on doing.
Is this wise?
You see, I'm an archaeology professor, and these are my students. We were just looking for evidence of a Roman fort in this area. That is okay, isn't it?
This is military land and not for civilians to wander in and out of. You will return to your vehicle and leave immediately.
Surely this is common land. I've seen no fences, no signs, nothing indicating that we're anywhere near the MOD site.
What do you know of MOD Corsham?
I know you lot are up to all sorts in there.
Oh really? Fancy some answers, do you?
What if we did? Knowing things isn't a crime.
It depends what you know, and that's all I'll say. You can write that up on your blog. Go and get out of here. If I catch you again, they have the right to detain you for an official interrogation.
People will know the truth one day. You can't hide secrets forever. It's like pouring down all over again.
Shh, come on. Rosie, Chris, let's get back to the car.
We're finding another way around, aren't we?
Of course. What do you take me for?
Who's that guy's friend? In the suit?
What, the one stood by the Jeep the whole time?
Men in black.
Probably not too far from the truth, Rosie. Come on. The trees seem thicker this way. We won't be spotted as easily this time.
Are we actually going to do this? Because you know they can hold us without trial for breaking and entering.
Who said anything about breaking?
None of the reports I read mentioned that.
It's a sonic screwdriver. Now, is it me, or did it used to be a lot easier to break into top-secret military bases?
Maybe you're just getting old, Doctor.
I'm going to ignore that. Right, Chris, You're ready with a plan, yes?
Yeah, I go to the generators on the east side of the compound and switch everything off.
While me and Rosie head over to the main hangar building and meet you there. You ready?
Ready.
Go!
You hear that, Reg? I'll go and check it out then.
Do you want me to distract the guards?
Perhaps it's better not, Rosie. Or you forget what happened with Richard III's bannerman.
No, not like that. With these.
Firecrackers! I should have thought of that!
Why you didn't, did you?
Head for the hangar building over there!
Can't see a thing in the dark. Why'd you tell Chris to cut the lights?
Shh! We seem to be suspended on a catwalk. This hangar must go deeper down. Hold on.
What are you gonna do?
Take a wild guess.
No, Doctor, not your pocket watch.
The pit seems to be a 50-foot drop onto solid concrete. We're not going down that way.
Hey, guys! I found a ladder.
We best hurry. Those guards will realise that it was just a distraction soon.
Ah, my pocket watch.
And here's the light switch.
Oh, Jesus! God.
I was right! A Jathar sunglider, repurposed by someone to engage in false flag operations.
False flag operations.
It's when a group or government stage an attack to make it seem like it's coming from the enemy. The Germans tried it against Poland before World War II.
But who would fake aliens attacking Earth?
Someone with a stake in getting Mr. Montgomery into power by whatever means necessary.
What are those crates over there?
Probably contains more parts needed for keeping the ship in working order.
Doctor, look.
SAS.
SASS. Duh, it's an acronym.
Chris, any ideas?
I don't know. I've never heard of SAS. It could be just a shipping company.
A shipping company given the contract to transport highly dangerous and rare Xena technology? I doubt it. This goes deeper than we realised. Whoever's behind this SASS is also behind the attacks at Montgomery. We need to force their hand. But not right now. Everybody out!
Freeze! Freeze! Or I'll shoot!
I don't want to go to Guantanamo!
Keep running.
Go, Rosie! Chris! Go!
Doctor,
Rosie, come on, we're almost at the fence!
you can't just leave him.
We need to stay out of this. For him. If we get caught, who'll expose the truth then?
But he's...
Come on, Rosie!
What do you mean, new orders? From the man himself?
Don't worry, Limey. This fella's gonna stay sedated till we reach Uncle Sam. He's got an appointment with the chief director.
What's going on?
You just sleep, Mr. Doctor. Your expedition will be over soon, and that's when the fun will really begin.
It's all real. All of it. I can't believe it. The aliens, the cover-ups, the organizations, all of it.
Yeah, we've got bigger problems right now, Chris. Like, how are we going to get the doctor back?
A helicopter left the site just after we made it back to my car. They could have taken him anywhere.
But surely you can work out where they took him, with all the technology and hacking skills you've got.
I'm sorry.
Then what are you good for? I'm sorry, it's just I've never had this much pressure on me before. I've never had to be the one to do the saving. The doctors rely on us to bust him out. And I know you're just getting used to the whole saving the world stuff. It's exciting. It's dangerous. It's tearing me apart. I don't know if I know who the doctor is. Hey, I'm the doctor's closest friend, and I've only known him for, 10 years? And yet I hardly know a thing about him. Sorry, did you want to say something?
Do you want me to put the kettle on?
Go on then.
Learn to text, Mum. Put on the Teffy. She means telly.
Our top story. A gang of criminals broke into a high-security military base tonight at MOD Corsham in Wiltshire. This Ministry of Defence site is home to British Security Control Centre and is a hub for the prestigious SASS, a transnational organisation which supplies security and protection to the White House and our own Prime Minister. The criminals did not manage to invade the systems at MOD Corsham and the defunct RAF Rudlow Manor, but did manage to gain access to a main hangar for some time. One of the gang is currently in custody, while the other two are still at large. The two appear to be postgraduate students Rosie Williams, a history student who has been travelling for some time, and Christopher Stevens, an IT technician and confessed conspiracy theorist. If you see or know the whereabouts of these fugitives, please call the number on your screen and do not approach. These radicalised students could try anything to evade justice.
We need to get out of here now.
Oh.
You awake now, soldier?
Not so loud. I've got a stinging headache.
The pain will pass, Doctor. I have it on good authority that you'll make a full recovery from your bullet wounds. You sure could take a pounding.
Oh, it's you. Montgomery, wasn't it?
My reputation precedes me, I see. Do you know where you are, chump?
Recycled air is being pumped through the facility, so I'd say underground. There's an arid dryness with a hint of moist air, so I'd say we're in some mountains. Probably near the west coast of America, judging by the appearance of US presidential candidate Roger Montgomery. Am I correct?
Oh, Robert was right. This man's a genius. Welcome to Cheyenne Mountain Air Force Station. My home from home. The safest place in America. And home to one hell of an arsenal of the North American Planetary Defense.
Oh yeah, definitely feels safe sitting above a dozen silos worth of nuclear weaponry.
Then you know that if they nuke you, you're in the right place for retaliation.
You do know I'm an alien, don't you, Montgomery?
I'm well aware of what you are, Doctor. I've been fully briefed for this encounter.
And do I meet your standards? Am I what you expected?
I thought you'd be older, but yes. You're exactly how I imagined you. Powerless and insignificant without the technology you thrive on. That's all your aliens do. You're nothing without the spaceships and the laser guns and the death rays. Why, I could kill you right now and no one would bat an eyelid, Doctor.
I pity you, Roger Montgomery. You're so full of hate.
You lot have made me like this, Doctor. The aliens that have come to this planet and ruined it. Great Britain is so crammed with alien refugees that there's nothing left of humanity on that damn little rock. It's people like you and your friends that should have been shot years ago. I will not let America sink to the barbarianism that these aliens want to spread.
I would like to speak to the organ grinder, Montgomery.
The what now?
I'm tired of the monkey and his paranoid ramblings. Who's behind all this?
I think you're mistaken, Doctor. I am in control of myself. Robert, get in here. Maybe you can get some sense out of him. Or beat some into him.
Look, I've experienced almost every type of torture there is, Bob. I doubt there's much you could do to surprise me.
You might be wrong about that, Doctor. Robert Silas, aide to Roger Montgomery and Chief Director of the Silas Atlantic Security Services. Or perhaps you'd prefer the organ grinder.
Keep quiet, Mr. Smudge.
It's Stevens, not Smudge.
No, Smudge is my cat.
Now we're trending on Twitter. There's a manhunt for us. Just wait till my mum sees me.
Why is there a manhunt? We didn't kill anyone or enslave anything. All we did was break into a military site. I'm sure people do it all the time.
Yeah, but no one's stupid enough to get caught in a top-secret alien spaceship hangar.
Hey, the
Ow.
doctor isn't stupid. He was gunned down. Hold on, I just had an idea. We may be on the run, but I've still got my contacts well. The doctor's contacts.
Who are you calling?
Unit.
Captain Mills of the Unified Intelligence Task Force speaking. Who is this?
Hello, this is Rosie Williams. I'm a friend of the doctor's. Do you remember me?
Trace the call.
Ah, Rosie Williams. How could I forget? You saved my life back at the Royal Observatory. How can I help you?
It's the doctor. We've gotten into a bit of trouble. We thought we'd found something that we shouldn't have, or maybe that unit should have found. And then they kidnapped him and taken him to who knows where.
Right.
We're wondering maybe you could pull some strings and get him released.
We?
Chris and me.
She's with Christopher Stevens. Get on to her.
I don't like the sound of this, Rosie. Tell him to phone you back.
Captain Mills, we've really got to go, but can you guarantee your help with getting the doctor released? I think that a group called SASS have got him.
I know nobody of that name. This has been a wasted conversation. Goodbye. Run like hell.
Orders from the Prime Minister, Captain Mills. A blank page is to be issued in the unit archives covering the Doctor. Wipe out all traces of his existence.
You can't do this. The Doctor helped UNIT.
I must warn you, sir, that as of this moment there's no such person as the Doctor.
I'll vouch for him. I'm sure half of the United Nations would vouch for the Doctor.
Then you are to be placed under arrest by the Silas Atlantic Security Services. Article 48 of the SASS Constitution as a threat to the safety of the human race and the United Nations of Earth. Come with me.
So, why have you fabricated all this, Mr. Silas? Why do you want to ruin man's first contact with extraterrestrial life? Why do you want to sabotage the brewing relationship between humanity and everything that stands beyond? Are you as close-minded as Mr. Montgomery?
Roger Montgomery's a puppet. He's just a small part of the greater web I have woven, Doctor. The Silas Atlantic Security Services have been the puppet masters for longer than you realize.
How long?
Since man stepped out into the stars and walked on an alien landscape. Since the utter grey wastes of the emptiness which are the lunar surface. I created the climate for Montgomery and his kin to come to power, and they come to power on my command.
Who are you?
I was so lost and alone, Doctor, abandoned on the surface of the moon. But I've been waiting. Robert, the security guard of the Kennedy Space Center, was not as useless as I once thought. His disguise has been all the more useful for my rise to power. You once knew me as Adam Silas, Chief of Security of the Kronos. I was Robert, NASA Security, and now I am Robert Silas, Chief Director of the largest security network on the planet Earth. Or to put it another way,
I am the Harvester. The last of my kind of you butchered the remnants of Dr. Magnus' experiments. But I live, and soon, Doctor, you will die.